Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Halloween!
Okay, that does not sound like Halloween at all.
Holy Halloween.
That doesn't even sound like this is Halloween.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, this is Halloween.
There you go. Whip out the cello.
If I can remember how to play it. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
That's like the first thing you learned and you already forgot it?
Probably, yeah. Let's go with yes. It's been a minute. I don't remember how to do that. That was a year ago. I don't remember what that was.
Welcome to Beyond Our Focus.
I did say that much, okay? This is Breaking Prisms, where we go over Black Mirror, which is out there already. You can go check that out. We go over the Twilight Zone. It's also out there. Not complete, but it's out there. Go check that out. Today, we are going over Love, Death, and Robots. Episode 10. Called Shapeshifters.
Our podcast-only listeners are going to be very disturbed. That is some ASMR they did not need.
And it is, in fact, still Halloween. So, this episode happened to be about werewolves.
Which is really cool. I really like how this just fell together. Because I absolutely love Halloween. I love shapeshifters. I love werewolves. I love puppies.
Which is my only complaint of this episode.
There's no puppies?
That would not be it.
Aww.
That in my personal opinion, even though I'll be corrected in the comments forever, because these are kaiju. We all know these are kaiju.
Oh my fucking...
is that this is called shapeshifters, and yet they are werewolves. Just saying, we should call it werewolf.
They shifted.
They shift?
They shifted. They shipped some characters here. Really
they shipped it?
Yeah, they shipped it.
What characters are we shipping today? Which two? You know, I think
I'm
the
sure
two main guys, I think they get on quite well.
I was going to say, I'm sure there's some bromance going on. But anyways, they shifted shapes, thus shapeshifter.
They are werewolves. 100%. They are awesomely, very cool werewolves.
They are puppies.
They're werewolves.
They're puppies.
They're the kind of werewolves that I personally like.
Itchy ears.
The one that transforms into, like, humanoid, like, monstrous wolves.
They are an anthropomorphic wolf.
Which is much cooler than your very ordinary traditional wolf, in my personal opinion.
Which most traditional shapeshifters do transform into the doggo version of the wolf.
So again, and once again, this makes this wrong. I'm just saying.
But that is definitely not an issue with this episode.
No, it really isn't. It's the smallest, tiniest, nitpicky, nothing complaint about this episode that means nothing. But I just haven't.
It is really not the most nitpicky thing. Small, tiny comment.
No, I have one more thing. I have one more thing. But again, it's as nitpicky as anything can be.
Regardless, top level stuff. Obviously, you know it's about shapeshifters. And it takes place in a military setting. I believe it's Afghanistan.
Yes.
Okay. And thus you have two men who are essentially, they call them dog soldiers, even though they hate that name. And they are to pretty much watch over everybody. They are the front line, the rear line. They pretty much protect everyone, let them know where targets are.
Yes. Basically, these are things that are definitely well known in the world. They are known to exist. People apparently don't have that big of an issue with them.
Yes.
Or in some manners. I don't know how they get along in society. It'd be weird. I don't know. We don't go into that. It doesn't really matter. But they've allowed them to enter the military, and this is about two of those guys who entered the military as soldiers.
Yes, and it is during a war. It's not really specified what war, what kind of war, it's just a war.
The Afghan war. I mean, I assume they really took the very modern, very thing we're going over.
Yeah.
Or have been going over
soldiers,
forever.
Wolf soldiers.
And just added these, wolf soldiers.
So yes, this is the story of two men trying to survive in the military, pretty much.
Yeah. And it is... all right, well, let's not spoil things,
yes.
But... very top level. I think the acting's superb.
Oh, yes.
I think the CG is very good.
I would say the only part is the talking. The talking kind of thing's a little.
Talking's always the hardest.
But everything else, oh my!
It looks really good. They're weird. There's a lot of humans, and humans are the hardest thing to get done right in CG. But there's a lot of humans, so you're going to see it no matter what. Where I think I still have to say Kilo Rift might still be the best episode we've seen.
As far as like CGI quality,
high quality CGI.
Yeah.
I think this might take second. Either be second or tied with second for Sunny's Edge, because it's right in it's the same level. I mean, it's at least as good as Sunny's Edge, if not better. I think the CG is really well done. Yeah, I think Kilo Rift might be the only one that kind of, because that one was just so beautiful. Oh, yeah. It was so beautiful.
Beautiful, so horrifying.
Horrifying, but beautiful. Which makes you really curious how that's going to stack up to, like, I think the last episode.
Yeah.
Because also super CG, but also I remember it looking amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious, once we get there again, how it holds up.
Also, very, very top level. Once again, even though we've kind of said this for all of them, be warned, it's an adult TV. It is an adult program. It is not for kids. I mean, to each their own. Everybody treats things differently. It's
gory, and there is some nudity in it. Yes. It's not as graphic as some we've seen in past episodes, but it is there.
Yes. But the violence and gore, for sure, is pretty...
It's closer up there to where, like, Sunny's Edge was.
Yes. Pretty intense, pretty in your face.
Yes. They didn't have an issue with that.
No.
Which, again, I think plays well into this. Which I think everything plays well into it. I like this adult animation.
Yes.
It is very adult. It is unabashedly adult. This is not meant for kids, not supposed to be for kids. It's meant for people who grew up with animation, and you want to tell an adult story. You don't want to be held back by anything.
Yes.
That includes gore, that includes nudity, that includes language, that includes anything you want to throw out there. Tell your story.
I mean, we literally had little Wii people from the Wii world from Nintendo jumping around topless. So the yogurt.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what we're talking about. And, you said Nintendo and topless. I'm like, when did Peach get topless? I don't remember.
In every fan art ever that's out there.
I'm sure. Okay, I have no doubt about that. But nothing we've seen personally in this.
No, I was simply mentioning that probably the most kid-looking one we've had.
Yes.
Is they even have a little lady topless jumping up.
No real reason for it. It's like, you know what? We need to make an adult. Throw a topless lady in there. All right, done. You're good.
So yes, back to this episode though. Before we get on to topless Wii characters, that sounded bad. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways.
Could be. Anyway, very good episode. Very well done. Great CG, great voice acting. A complete, total story of what they wanted to tell. We understand what's going on with the soldiers. We understand their position and where they are. We understand how people perceive them. We understand what they can do. We see these things in action, and we get a resolve by the end of it.
And yes, we also amazingly get to see their skills in both human form and wolf form.
And we get all this in 16 minutes.
Yes, that was the crazy thing, is that it's so good and so it goes by so fast, but at the same time it's still a good complete story. Like, it's a nice flow, but at the end of it you're still like,
yes,
puppies.
They give you a story in this world.
Yes. And
they make you believe it's real. They bring you in. It doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like there's something. It feels like it's part of a bigger world. It feels like I would like personally to see that bigger world.
Yeah.
I understand this is all we're going to get. Maybe, probably. But it makes you believe in the world.
It takes a very realistic standpoint as well. Like, you feel like if shapeshifters were to exist, like if that was a thing, this could be real. Like, yes. This could literally have been a story from the world we live in. Mm-hmm. Because it just seems so realistic.
So it's super well done, super well realized. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is where television has come in the modern age.
So, what are we giving this?
We did discuss what this was going to be. It was like, a man over here, you know what I'm giving this? I'm like, yeah, I agree. And that's where we were. And I'm pretty sure that was a 5. I think it was a solid 5 on both of our.
Of course. Little Kubi stays right where...
I only had one nitpick, itty-bitty, teeny-weeny little thing wrong with the episode, and it's really nothing wrong, and we'll get into spoilers, where we're moving to now.
So definitely go watch this one. This is not one you want us to spoil for you. Go watch it. Yep. It is worth it.
It's super cool, super well done. It is... truthfully, I can't wait to get to the end of the series and just rank them. Yeah. So I just want to talk about, what is the top 8? I think we've discussed some of it before, but the top ones, the must-to, the go-tos, which will be our 4s and 5s, I'm sure, before Black Mirror, it's like, really interesting where you put this and I put that, and where some of these episodes went.
These ones are kind of...
I don't think... These are going to vary a lot, in my opinion.
Yes.
Watch me go and get there. You're going to throw one way up, and I'm like, why is that there?
Who knows? Who knows?
But there's also some cool artsy ones coming up, and I'm looking forward to revisiting those. Still moving into spoilers. We're still going there. It's happening. It's in. Go.
So for sure, go check it out. Go watch it. It is Halloween, so definitely check this one out if you're just chilling at home, waiting for kids to knock on the door. Probably not best to leave the door open while you're watching this.
Probably. But I have to say, probably most Halloween-y episode, I guess, if you want to say. It's the only thing with the Halloween element at all in it.
Which is perfect that it landed today.
It did. It landed on Halloween, so it worked so incredibly perfect.
So, now that you guys have had time, hopefully you are back and you get to talk spoilers with us.
So, we're just going to do my nitpicky thing really quick, which is the very end of the episode. Mr. Wolfman is walking away with his friend, who unfortunately has been killed, which is very sad, very terrible. The only nitpicky issue I have is I really feel like this commander man would have said something. It was cool, just walking away, no one had to say anything, and he walks away into the sunset. Cool ending. But I really feel like the commander man would have said something after he said he was leaving.
I don't know. I'm still under the impression that you've seen what these things can do. If you even...
He's never acted like he was threatened at all. He is the commanding chief, the main man. I don't know ranks in the military. Yeah. He is the lead fella who we've seen overcharge everything. They showed nothing but mad respect for this guy.
Yes.
I feel like him just giving over his dog tags would have said something. I don't care if it wasn't a lot. I feel like it would have been something, personally. Again, it does not hinder this episode at all.
If anything, we could imagine him saying something like, "Don't walk away from me, boy," or something like that. Or even still, like, "Well, you can't come back," or "Don't be coming back here," or
just
something like that.
Just one line, and the guy doesn't even have to respond to it. But I feel like he would have said something. Him just staying silent the whole time with nothing? Still, again, doesn't hurt the episode. Episode's still phenomenal. Yes. Still a good episode. Still
He had
awesome.
to find something. It's him. He had to find something.
It was just the one thing. We get there, it's like, okay, cool. I really feel like he said something. The character they built, I just feel like he had said something. But, again, it doesn't hurt the episode.
But overall, I mean, spoilers are pretty easy. His friend gets sent out with a completely different unit to go scout ahead, and they are attacked. He goes up to check it out, finds his friend's body, and
granted, his friend, who we haven't talked about at all, probably the best part of this episode.
Yes, he has an amazing attitude. He is the lighthearted one, but also the very, very...
I would say, also the guy that threatens to rip the guy's arm off and beat him to death with it.
Yes, he is... He's lighthearted for how tough he is, and he's always, of course, watching out. You can definitely see, like, that pack bond between the two of them.
Yeah, again, it makes you believe in this world so much. It feels so realized.
Yes, and so, of course, it's just like most stories, it's those two versus everyone else, because everyone else views them as unnatural. Which I love his speech. I love because it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. He literally notes off that he can see in the dark. He hunts by smell. Everything. And then it's like
I'm better than you at everything.
And it's like that you're the one that seems unnatural. I mean, you have to use a little flashlight. So I don't know. I just loved it. That was a great speech. But
again, everything we get is 100% necessary. There isn't filler. There isn't extra stuff. It's all necessary towards the plot. It all moves everything along. We build their bond together.
And then we rip it apart.
Yeah. Which, again, you can't have an insane, strong emotional connection because it's only 16 minutes.
Yes.
It is a small snippet. Now, had something like this been dragged out for like a full season, could have. But then we get home dude who they say, I got a synth, I can track it. They go to town, we see blind man. Okay, it's obviously blind man.
Yeah.
And then, because as one does, you strip naked and you go out into the desert to fight the blind man.
Yes, of course, because you don't want to ruin your clothes.
Yeah,
You're a shapeshifter. You already know the deal. Your clothes are going to be ripped away anyway. Might as well go in naked. If your skin...
No, I was thinking about something else.
I was going to say, if your skin's getting ripped off, the clothes are getting ripped off too. I'm just saying.
I was thinking about something else.
Okay.
I thought he came back with pants, but he did not. He was naked when he came back.
No.
So yeah, go fight the old blind man, but naked, because that's one does. But the coolness into which they transform is so cool. Seeing how they rip out of their skin and then ripping the skin off and how it looks and the effect they use is really cool.
And the fact that it is a process. It is, even though it seems instantaneous, you can be attacked while you're changing. Like, he's focusing on this guy as his skin's peeling off and just gets mauled from the side before he even has time to fully transform. But we've already seen what he can do in his human form, let alone his wolf form. So, and then of course all the wounds that happen after that.
Oh no, it's brutal. It's really brutal how they kill these things.
Yes, there's eyeballs falling out. There is an entire muscles just being ripped out of limbs. It's pretty hardcore.
And here between breaking limbs, he rips the throat out of the younger wolf.
And then of
course his bicep area gets completely ripped, and his arm is dangling most of the fight.
Yep, he of course gets his stomach and stuff slashed open to pretty much nothing. He gets his ear ripped off. Yep, or bit off, one of the two. But yeah, he's missing an ear. And then just, teaches old dude what's what.
And then he bites the other guy's face.
He
bites the other guy's entire head, mouth.
Literally muzzle, mouth, over muzzle until brain, and then crunch.
Very interesting way of taking someone out.
Crushes his skull. And I'm sure even if he would have stayed like that, he probably could have suffocated the guy like that too. But that would have taken a lot longer.
So, yeah, it's a pretty brutal fight, but a very cool fight.
Yes.
Well worth it's only 2 minutes up to 16 minutes. But it's so cool, so well done.
After hearing that these things are dog soldiers, after hearing that they're shapeshifters, and going through this entire thing, and seeing all the bodies and the wounds left behind, that 2-minute fight was completely worth the payout, the wait, everything.
Yeah, it's very much, again, it's kind of a lot like Sunny's Edge.
Yeah.
The cool... the cool kaiju fight...
Oh my god.
...is really worth the episode. It's a really cool fight. It's a really cool fight. Very fun to watch. Just like this fight was really cool to watch. Very cool though. These creatures fighting back and forth is really, really well done.
So yes, definitely if you, of course you're watching spoilers, so I hope you went and watched it. Maybe you'll want to go watch it again if you've already seen it, but it's been a while. It is Halloween, it's nice and spooky.
And it is the spookiest episode?
Yes.
Sure. I can't even say that. That last episode, pretty terrifying. I mean,
different kind of
Keeler's
terrifying,
Rift,
yeah.
Scary.
Oh,
this,
yes.
Well, Keeler's just terrifying in general, period. If you can tell, spooky.
Woo, buddy!
But also the last episode,
one,
just what it's about and the things are in it, it's like, ooh. It's pretty scary, too, as far as creature-wise.
But
this is the most Halloween-y episode, I guess. And
overall, falling on Halloween, it was great. It was amazing. Go watch.
Just go watch the whole thing in general.
That too.
I mean, it's well worth it. Or you can wait, again, like I said before, but we're on episode 10, so we have 8 more episodes. So in 2 months, you can see best of, and we'll recommend the ones we recommend the most.
Puppy.
Which include Sunny's Edge, Aquila Rift, and Good Hunting.
Oh my god, I still love Good Hunting.
Good Hunting's an insanely good episode. Really good.
Anyways.
Yeah. So as we said, this could be another 5 for us. I don't know if we've ever rated so many things 5.
No, not even close.
It's almost cruel.
No, not cruel.
It's good. They're good. They're good episodes.
No, stand up. There we go.
Okay. Any other things we want to say about this really cool episode?
Get your candy. Turn off the light outside. The trick-or-treaters can go somewhere else and watch Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots. This was called Shapeshifters, a.k.a. werewolves.
Actually, ignore that. We need to bring Halloween back. You pause Love, Death, and Robots and go give trick-or-treaters candy.
Do we really care about them that much? Do kids really go up to the houses anymore?
I just miss Halloween.
I'm doing a trunk or treat because people don't go to door to door anymore. Okay?
I just miss Halloween.
People are scary, okay?
It's true.
Anyways, as always, you can reach me at Stars on Travel, reach Amanda KZ Pup, reach the show at Beyond Their Focus, everywhere, including YouTube and podcast services around the globe. Maybe. Probably.
And a jack-o'-lantern.
Not there.
Aww.
No. But, as always, I'm going to say the same thing over again. I'm repeating myself. Till next time! Long days ahead to pleasant nights.